This is the COMA Girl Daily Podcast, written by Stephanie Bond. November 25th, Friday. 24,730. 24,731. 24,732. Since my family had all visited the night before, I don't expect any visitors on Black Friday. Besides, I'm now in the 24-hour countdown to Duncan's wedding, so I don't mind being alone to wallow. Anyway, when the door opened, the last person I expected was Sydney. She and David Spooner had stepped into ICU after my recent surgery to visit, but to my knowledge, this is the first time she's been alone in my room since Halloween, when she tried to kill me. Let's just say I'm skittish. Hi, Marigold. I wanted to talk to you when no one else is around. I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business between us, but it's hard to tell when I don't know if you can even hear me or understand me. She sighed. Ugh, this is hard. Harder still if you're the helpless one. Trust me. Remember when we were little and we shared a bedroom? We had 2 twin beds with matching pink polka-dotted bedspreads. I remember. The bed had shelves in the headboards. Mine were full of books, and Sid's were full of dolls. There were shelves in the beds. Mine were stuffed with dolls, and yours were stacked with books. Shared memories. You read stories to me at night while I held my dolls. No matter how many stories I read, it wasn't enough. More, Marigold, more. Please. And Sid hated sleeping alone. Sid laughed. But I hated sleeping alone, remember? I would whine until you'd crawl into bed with me and let me stroke your hair. Marigold, let me pet your hair. Twirl my hair was more like it. I'd wake up the next morning and my hair would be in knots. I loved sharing a room with you, Sid said. It made me feel grown up. I was so upset when you convinced Mom to let you have your own room. It didn't matter. Sid still came into my room most nights. Can I scooch in, Marigold? Then she would proceed to sprawl her little body over the entire bed. We used to be so close, Sid said. When did that change? The age difference and divergent interests. It just happened. A tiny part of me is resentful that my mother's choice to have an affair meant I don't have as much in common with my siblings as I might have otherwise. I was so jealous of you, Sid said. Wait, what? Mother always trusted you, let you make your own decisions. And I'd assume Mother hadn't been interested in me enough to weigh in on my life. But she was always pushing me, like she didn't think I could make a good choice on my own. I'm starting to think that Sid grew up in a different house than I did, because that's not how I remember it at all. Sometimes I'm afraid when I get my law degree, it'll have Mom's name on it instead of mine. Wow, I had no idea Sid felt this way. You don't know how hard it is to live up to her expectations, Sid said, her voice cracking. It's a lot of pressure. I've done things I'm not proud of. She blew her nose. And the things I've done to hurt you, Marigold? Well, I wasn't myself, and I'm sorry. Then she made a frustrated noise. Can you even hear me? I hear her. And while I appreciate that Sid is sorry for what she did, is she gonna make it right?
Hi, this is Stephanie Bond, author of the COMA Girl Daily Podcast. If you like COMA Girl, you might be interested in some of my other daily serials, Temp Girl, Comeback Girl, Factory Girl, and Lottery Girl. Links to those projects are in the show notes. But come back tomorrow for another episode of COMA Girl.